What just happened in Washington will define the next decade of American life, and depending on where you stand, it's either a masterstroke of economic genius or the start of a financial disaster that will haunt millions. Welcome back, everyone. Buckle up, because what we're about to unpack is nothing short of explosive. The U.S. Senate has just passed the most sweeping, most controversial domestic policy bill of Donald Trump's presidency, and it wasn't even close to a consensus. The vote? Deadlocked. 50-50. And who broke the tie? Senator J.D. Vance, casting the decisive vote that handed Trump a colossal political victory and a potential fiscal nightmare for the rest of us. They're calling it the One Big Beautiful Bill. A name only Trump could dream up, but behind that glittering facade lies a legislative monster. One that costs a jaw-dropping $3.3 trillion and slashes deep into the country's social safety net. Let's break it down. Let's pull back the curtain, because you deserve to know what's inside this beast. The bill totals $3.3 trillion. That's not a typo. And no, it's not paid for. The headline? $4.5 trillion in tax cuts, offset by $1.2 trillion in spending cuts. Simple math. That's a net increase in the deficit of $3.3 trillion over 10 years, all confirmed by the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. Trump's allies are celebrating this as economic rocket fuel. He called it a shot of adrenaline into the veins of the American economy. No taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime, expanded business write-offs. This is Trumpomics on steroids. But not everyone is buying it. Scratch the surface. And the cost is not just fiscal, it's human. Let's talk about what's sacrificed in the name of Trump's economic growth. Medicaid? Slashed. By how much? Almost $1 trillion. Over 11 million Americans could lose coverage in the next decade. Work requirements, higher co-pays, lower federal reimbursements. This isn't a tweak, it's a gutting. Food stamps? Cut. Federal student loans? Cut. Electric vehicle tax credits? Gone. A slap in the face to the clean energy movement, and to Elon Musk, once one of Trump's high-profile backers. So where does the saved money go? Hold on. Billions, and I mean billions, are being redirected toward military spending and border enforcement. This is America first. Not as a campaign slogan, but now legislated into law. Less aid, more arms, fewer benefits, more barbed wire. Now sure, border security is important. No one is saying otherwise. But where's the transparency, the accountability, the constitutional checks? So far, the answer from the Trump camp is, trust us. And the political backlash? It's already here. 3 Republican senators broke ranks: Susan Collins, Tom Tillis, and Rand Paul. Some worry about the gutting of social programs. Others say it's not aggressive enough in cutting government. Even some Trump loyalists are privately shaking their heads. Speaker Mike Johnson says the House will move quickly, but GOP unity is fragile. Any flip from moderate Republicans and this thing could implode. Midterm elections are breathing down their necks, and this vote could cost them dearly. According to Pew Research, only 29% of Americans support the bill, and among independents, support is collapsing. Chuck Schumer didn't hold back. He called it, quote, a disaster that will haunt Republicans for years to come. He warned, children will go hungry, families will lose health care, the national debt will skyrocket. Across town halls, Democrats are already baking this bill into their 2026 campaign strategy. They're painting Trump's legislation as a cold, calculated betrayal of working families, and it might just stick. Meanwhile, Trump is flexing hard. He skipped his usual Mar-a-Lago summer break, staying in Washington to push this bill across the finish line. He played a high-stakes round of golf with Rand Paul and Lindsey Graham. Not for fun, for leverage. And just as the bill passed the Senate, Trump toured a Florida migrant detention facility, nicknamed Alligator Alcatraz. That wasn't a coincidence. That was a message. We're not messing around. The bill's defenders say this is a bold bet on growth, that the pain is temporary, that the benefits will come. But here's the problem. The pain is real. The benefits? Still theoretical. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said it best. The debt level may be sustainable, but the path is not. Translation? We're playing with fire. Trump says the tax cuts will create jobs, boost wages, lift the economy. But the cost? It's borne now. By real people. Right now. And it's not over yet. The bill now moves to the House, and it's anything but a done deal. With Democrats unanimously opposed and a deeply fractured GOP, every vote counts. If just a few Republicans switch sides over the Medicaid cuts or student loans or hospital funding, this bill dies. And if the House makes any changes, it goes back to the Senate, which puts Trump's July 4th signature deadline in serious jeopardy. Let's be clear. This is not just about spreadsheets, deficits, or interest rates. This is about who America wants to be. Do we prioritize billion-dollar business incentives over healthcare? Tax cuts for the wealthy over food security for the poor? Border walls over public schools? This is a battle for the soul of the country, and Trump knows it. For him, this bill is more than policy. It's personal, it's legacy, a campaign promise made law, a political identity carved into legislation. So where does that leave us? The bill is bold, it's massive, it's historic, but it is also risky, divisive, and wildly unpopular. It is a win for Trump, for now. But at what cost? To the GOP, to the economy, to millions of Americans whose lives hang in the balance? Time will tell, and the midterms will tell sooner. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is this Trump's greatest legislative triumph? Or his ticking time bomb? Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it eye-opening. Until next time, stay informed, stay critical, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye for now.